Worm. A worm is another type of malware that operates independently. It replicates itself to spread to other computers, usually through a network. It takes advantage of security weaknesses in the targeted computers. Once a worm infects a new computer, it can scan and infect even more systems. This replication can grow rapidly, leading to a larger spread. Worms typically cause some harm to networks by consuming bandwidth, while viruses often corrupt or alter files on the infected computer. Many worms focus solely on spreading and do not alter the systems they pass through. Trojan horse, or Trojan, is malware that tricks users by appearing to be a regular program. Trojans often spread through social engineering, such as when someone is fooled into opening an email attachment that seems harmless or by clicking on a fake ad. The damage caused by a Trojan depends on the specific type of malware, as this term only describes how it enters a computer. Unlike viruses and worms, Trojans do not typically try to inject themselves into other files or spread further. Malvertising is a tactic that uses ads on trusted websites to distribute malware. This method targets web users who may not see the ads due to firewalls or other safety measures. These malicious ads can spread widely across legitimate sites without compromising them directly. The notable aspect of malvertising infections is that they do not require users to take any action, such as clicking, to compromise their computers, and they do not exploit vulnerabilities on the websites themselves. A backdoor is any method that allows users, authorized or unauthorized, to bypass regular security measures. Cybercriminals can use backdoors to steal personal and financial data, install additional malware, or take control of devices. Malware refers to any software specifically created to harm a computer, steal personal information, gain unauthorized access to systems, or interfere with the user's security and privacy. A common type of malware is a virus. A computer virus is designed to replicate itself by changing other computer programs and inserting its own code. If successful, the areas affected become infected. Similar to biological viruses, these computer viruses need a host program to attach themselves to. When the host runs, the virus executes its code, causing damage, which may result in system failures, data corruption, wasted computer resources, increased maintenance costs, or theft of personal information. A rootkit is a program or collection of malicious tools that give an attacker remote access and control over a computer. While rootkits can serve legitimate purposes, like providing remote support, most create backdoors on infected systems to install various types of malware or conduct further attacks. Rootkits often evade detection by disabling antivirus software, making them difficult to remove, especially when they reside in the computer's kernel, which is at the heart of the operating system. RAT, or Remote Access Trojan, is a type of malware that allows a hacker to control a computer remotely via the internet. When your computer is affected by a RAT, the hacker can control your mouse, type, access your webcam, and more. However, it often operates quietly, functioning mainly as a keylogger to capture your personal information. Adware is a term for malware that installs itself on your computer without your consent, often while you download other software, and shows advertisements while you browse the internet. Some adware also acts as spyware, collecting data for sale or targeted advertising. The most recognizable types create unclosable pop-up windows. A DDoS attack occurs when a hacker tries to make a computer or connection unavailable by overwhelming it with excessive files, making it unable to handle legitimate requests. In a DDoS attack, the traffic flooding the target comes from multiple sources, often infected computers known as bots in a botnet. Social engineering isn't a technical malware or virus but is a widespread tactic to install them or obtain confidential information without direct installation. It involves manipulating people into performing actions or sharing sensitive information. Phishing is one example of social engineering. A keylogger is malware that silently records every keystroke on a keyboard and sends this data to cybercriminals, primarily capturing passwords and sensitive information. It is a form of spyware. Ransomware is malware that blocks access to a victim's data and computer until a ransom is paid. Some simple forms may lock the system without damaging files, while more advanced versions use a technique called cryptovirology. This type of ransomware exists only in the computer's memory and does not save any part of its activity to the hard drive, making it harder to detect. Hackers often use it for quick operations, such as gathering data, since it can disappear once the computer is rebooted. A wiper is a class of malware designed to erase a computer's memory against the user's will, destroying all valuable information in the process. RAM scraper is malware designed to infiltrate point-of-sale systems to capture sensitive information like credit card numbers and PINs from consumers. Rogue security software is a type of internet scam that misleads users into thinking their computer has a virus. It tries to convince them to pay for a fake malware removal tool that actually installs malware on their system. This is usually spread through malvertising. Phishing is a scam where attackers trick people into revealing sensitive information or installing malware. This is often done through email, where the attacker impersonates a trustworthy source, like a bank, and directs the victim to a fraudulent website that looks legitimate. Once the victim logs in, their password is sent to the attacker. Phishing can also occur via phone calls, where the attacker uses spoofing to make it seem like they are calling from a legitimate organization, or through SMS. A brute force attack involves an attacker trying many passwords or passphrases to guess the correct one. They systematically check all possible passwords until they find the right one using automated software. This method works best with short, simple passwords, while longer passwords can take many years to crack. That's why many websites temporarily lock your account after several failed login attempts. Browser hijacking involves unwanted software that alters a web browser's settings without permission, injecting ads, changing the homepage, or modifying the search engine. Many browser hijackers are unintentionally installed alongside other software that includes them in the installation package, often without clear uninstall instructions. Hybrid malware refers to the modern use of two or more types of malware in a single attack. Often, these combinations include Trojans and worms or Adware and viruses. Cryptojacking is the act of secretly using someone else's computer to mine cryptocurrencies. The goal is to mine as many coins as possible while remaining unnoticed. If your computer becomes a victim of this practice, it can slow down significantly and may risk damaging its hardware over time. Spyware is a type of malware that secretly gathers information about users, including the websites they visit, downloads, usernames, passwords, payment information, and emails sent and received. This information is usually sent to cybercriminals who may sell it or use it for malicious purposes.